Okay, so as you know, my last My Hero episode was sort of, but not really late. And the explanation behind this is they've changed the date that My Hero comes out. And so it used to be like Wednesdays, I believe, but then they changed it to Friday. So it sort of messed up the whole flow, messed up the timing of the way I release these episodes. And so what I decided to do is just to keep it that way. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will upload this video for you guys. But until then, I'm just going to keep doing it how I've been doing it. I'm the Loudmouth Canadian. Thank you so much for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this episode. This episode, I think a lot of people were waiting for. Ever since the manga came out, and this was one of the episodes people couldn't wait to see animated. And so let's not waste any more time. Let's just go straight into it. In the cold open, we see this like aircraft is flying towards Jakku Sea, and the superhero on board is being impatient. He's like, can this plane not go any faster? Can we not get there in any more time? And the pilot says, look, this plane is going as fast as it can. And when we look on board, it appears to be Best Genius. Now, if you don't know, or maybe you've forgotten, Best Genius is supposed to be dead. As a test for Hawks, Dabi made him kill Best Genius. So we're gonna have to wait later in the episode to see what's that about. So we go back to Jakku Sea. Deku is falling out of the air. Falling, because him and Shigaraki, they had their mind battle, but now they've come back to the real world and now they're falling out of the air. Todoroki, he managed to catch hand Deku and Endeavor, and they are all in bad shape. They are looking rough around the edges. But before they can go to get help, Shigaraki, he catches himself using these barbs. We get the name of the barbs later on. Let me see if I can find it just now. Let me see. Ribbit stabs. That's what they call ribbit stabs. They're like these spider-like things that stab into the ground, right? So he's up again and he's looking to try to attack it. And then he wrestles All For One for supremacy of his body. Because you know, All For One, he wants Shigaraki to be his next body. Similar to, I guess you can say, like Orochimaru and Sasuke in Naruto. So using this, right, Hado and Ida arrive, and Hado attacks Shigaraki, and Deku, despite his his bad state that he's in, he wants to get back up to fight. But Todoroki, he makes the observation that Shigaraki's regeneration is slowed and that he's become weaker since the initial start of the fight. So this might be the chance to take him out. And so Hado is told by Todoroki to keep applying pressure. Let's keep pushing him. If we keep pushing him, maybe, just maybe, we can do this. It's a clear thought. It's a clear idea. That's the thing about regenerative powers. Have you seen stuff like Wolverine or even Full Metal Alchemist? There's always a limit to how fast you can regenerate after being continuously damaged. Your body is stressed. It needs energy, it needs material, it needs time to put that regeneration into full effect. And so when we move away from this to the outskirts, gonna have a sip of coffee, 1 second. Lovely. Where it's Toga and Ochacho. I'm just gonna call it Ocha, just for short, saves time. And they were given their little fight where Ocha wants to end this fight quickly because she knows that Toga's quirk is if she takes some of your blood, she can copy your appearance. And recently, we discovered that since she's awakened it even more, not only the appearance, but their ability as well, which is so sick. And so Toga explains the way that she loves people. she explains that her way that she shows her love for someone is through taking their blood. She's psychotic. She's like every serial killer ever. And tells her about the fact that her quirk is improved, that she used Ochacho's quirk to kill the member of Redestro's army. And this pisses off Ochacho. She's like, what? How dare you? And then she goes to attack her with her tendrils, but she misses, or at least it appears to have missed. During this scuffle, Toga pickpockets a keychain from, like, an almighty keychain she must have got it from Deku. And she starts talking about how me and you are the same. We have the crush on Deku. We are more alike than you care to realize. But Ultra, she's had enough, and she activates Zero Satellite, which makes everything that her tendrils hit levitate. Toga realizes this was her plan, and Ultra starts throwing stuff at Toga. And Toga, she's side dipping, she's dancing, she's prancing, but she's getting excited as well. She's like, yes, me and you are the same. I've gotten stronger too. Wow, we really are connected. But Ultra, she shouts, look, I don't care what you have to say. You hurt people, and you need to take responsibility for those that you've hurt. And surprisingly, with tears in her eyes, she agrees with Ochacho before pulling out some more knives. So that's interesting. Maybe it is just a case of this is how her mind perceives and gives out love. Maybe it's just something that she herself can't control. She herself doesn't know how to control it. So where to us she's just going around killing and attacking people, this is all she knows how to do. Now, it's not like she did come from a loving background with good parents, but this is just how her mind has warped. So even she realizes she's doing bad, but she can't change it, and no one's given her the chance to change it. They just treat her like trash. So that's something to keep in mind. Suru arrives and she knocks the knives out of Toga's hand, and with Gigo Tamakia nearby, this sort of rumbles the room. They get distracted and Toga runs away, and so that fight is sort of ended, and she runs away saying that she now has control over her emotions. Remember, Twice had just died. She was mourning, she was grieving, she was all its pent up emotions, and so now she's just had an outlet to release them. We go back to the main battlefield, and Gigantomachia finally arrives, much to All For One's joy. All For One realized that Shigaraki is close to just falling apart, that the only thing keeping him together, keeping him going, is those rivet stabs we were talking about earlier on. And so Hado and Todoroki continue their assault, with Todoroki using Flash Fire Fist and Hado using 100% output, because she does this like pulsing quirk, so where she could just release energy, and they both hit Shigaraki, and he's just taking the full brunt of this. But then Giga Tamaki arrives, snatches Shigaraki, and knocks the other two away. And so Giga Tamaki, he wants his next orders, because the way Giga Tamaki works is you have to, the leader has to tell him what to do in order for him to do something. Otherwise, he's just going to chill. But Shigaraki is out. He is passed out. Endeavor now, he's on the floor. He's blaming himself for what's happened. He should have taken care of things. He's one lung down. He literally just said one of his lungs has collapsed, but he vows to stop Gigantomachia and Shigaraki. This is when we get probably the best moment of this series so far. Dabi announcing his presence. You know, he's there doing this speech. He grabs a ball of bleach, applies it to his hair, revealing his white hair color and his true name, Toya Todoroki. He is the brother of Shoto Todoroki and the son of Endeavor. Now everyone knew this, everyone theorized this, but it's just cool to get confirmation of an idea. And so Skeptic, he's sort of like the team's geek, the team's nerd. He hacks the sideline and starts broadcasting, I've written here, essentially a diss track on Endeavor, which is seen by like everyone in his family, every one of Endeavor's fans, every civilian is watching this video. 1 second. Sorry, I'm ill. I just had to take a sip of coffee. My throat is just killing me. And so where I left off, everyone's watching this video and he is just going into detail, talking about how he's the oldest brother, how he's killed over 30 innocent people, and he even goes into Endeavor's past. He talks about how Endeavor was so jealous of the #1 hero that he got forcibly married to an ice user just so his offspring could be half fire, half ice. And everyone's in a state of shock, but Dabi's enjoying this moment. He is loving it. He's dancing around, he's contouring himself, he's laughing, and he's just roasting Endeavor, telling him all that he's done to build to this moment. The release of the Nomu, him saving Endeavor's life just to make sure that he could get this moment. And Endeavor is just in a state of pure shock. He flashes back to when he thought Toya had died. They said that the fire was over 2k degrees, so he thought that he just burnt to ash, except for maybe a jewel that they found that they thought it belonged to Dabi. I'm just going to keep calling him Dabi. He explains that, well, as a young boy, Dabi had more firepower than Endeavor, and he had more raw talent than any of his brothers and sisters. The only thing holding him back was his body's tolerance to the fire. This caused burns whenever he used too much fire at once. However, Endeavor still chose to train him. This is all just to make sure there was someone who could beat All Might. Because remember, back in them days, he didn't realize what All Might was going through, and he was just obsessed with becoming the #1 hero. He didn't care who he had to hurt, what he had to do, he just wanted to be the #1 hero. And so Endeavor, he wants to try to deny that this is Dabi. He's like, no way, this is not my son. I'm sure my son died. And Dabi's like, you're stupid. Because for one, how many people do you know have fire quirks? Come on now. It's me, you, Shoto, my brothers and sisters. Come on now, man. Come on. You're just being stupid. In the video, he pulls up that he has done this DNA test to prove that he's part of the family. He got blood from when Endeavor fought the Nomu. And this just goes to how far he went just for this singular moment. This is extensive planning and extensive research into what he could do. In the video, he even talks about how Hawks has killed twice as he was running away, and how he's killed Best Genus, and how his father was a villain. Now imagine Endeavor is surrounding himself in his people. He is just dogging Endeavor in any way he can. Dabi dives from the top of Giga Tamakia and shows us like, yo, come on now, you need to get ready, he's coming. But Endeavor, no way, he's in shock. He could barely move. Shoto, he got tears in his eye. He's like, look, we need to go, he's coming now. And just to add insult to injury, Dabi uses Flash Fire Fist and Prominence Burn, two of Endeavor's own moves. And then just before he makes contact, wires appear out of nowhere and attack the battlefield. and they stop and they capture Dabi and Gigotamachia. And when we look up, it's Best Genius using his quirk, which is to like control thread or control like thread-like structures, to capture the two. And that's where the episode ends. My word. We all know who's going on the thumbnail for this one. This was definitely Dabi's episode. Great episode. Possibly the best one of the series so far. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.